is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about the Victor Oladipo, Malcolm Brogdon, and Miles Turner, and the Indiana Pacers, a team that has got off to a bad start. A lot of people started questioning their decisions. On top of that, a lot of people felt that they weren't even going to make it to the playoffs because of the Victor Oladipo injury and the fact that they felt like they just didn't have enough to be competitive throughout the season for a long 82-game season, to be exact. But at the end of the day, Nate McMillan is a guy that really enforces defense. He really gets the best out of his players, and you have to give him credit for that. Nobody expected the Pacers to be as good as they are right now. A lot of people thought they'd be a low seed at best or out of the playoffs, and now they find themselves in a position where they're 2 games above 500. They're 6-4. They're going out there competing. They're closing out games without a superstar. As you guys know, I feel like Malcolm Brogdon was going to be an all-star caliber player for the Indiana Pacers, and if I had to pick an all-star on this roster right now, it would be Malcolm Brogdon because he has been able to stay healthy, but he also has been able to put up 20 points and 9 assists for the couple games that he has played. His shooting has not translated as well as we thought it would. This is a guy that was 50, 40, and 90, and a lot of that attributes to the fact that he has to create a lot more shots off the dribble compared to getting a lot of shots off Giannis. Giannis used to kick him the ball. He'd shoot a wide open 3, or he'd put the ball on the ground and hit a floater, or he'll just pass it and reset the offense. He doesn't have that option anymore because he is the offense. They need Malcolm Brogdon to create not only for himself but create for his teammates, and that's something that has really took a toll on him because his efficiency numbers, even with the passing, even with the shooting from the field, even shooting from the 3, are way down from last year because he was just an important role player on the Bucks. Now they need him to carry the load and do more as a Pacer. So it's very understandable. I think that that's something that I want to see as the season continues to go on and Oladipo come back. How much of a load is Brogdon going to have to carry, or will his game become a lot more efficient, a lot more better, as he won't have to hold the ball as much, he won't have to create as much, and he can play off the ball a little bit more once they get with Oladipo, because Oladipo was a guard that was able to defend his position, but he was also able to break down the defense. He was also able to make a clean pass to the shooters, and he also can help demolish Sabonis and Miles Turner, as he calls a lot of attention because his ability to get to the paint and also pull up off the pick and roll as a mid-range or as a 3, which put a lot of pressure on the defense, and it puts them in ugly and sticky situations when Oladipo is on the court. So I really want to look at that long term because Brogdon is going to be damn near impossible for him to play at the level as he played with the Bucks in his current situation. But Miles Turner, I feel like he would have been a lot better than what he is. But Miles Turner has a sneaky little season right now where you have to pay attention to him because he's a lot more aggressive. I always wanted Miles Turner to be more and more aggressive as he was with the Pacers, because when he came into the NBA, this was a guy that was able to really post up and fade, really able to get to spots and knock down shots. He's giving you 14.8 points per game on 10 shots a game, 55% from the field, 50% from 3, and also getting a career high 7.8 rebounds and a block a game, a little over a block a game. And Miles Turner, he's going to have to be a more focal point of the offense because his ability to knock down mid-range, his ability to knock down threes and set screens and also create space for guys like Victor Oladipo and Malcolm Brogdon to have those angles to hit the floaters and get to the paint. He's a central part of this team, and his ability to space out the floor allows them to be able to break down their guys off the dribble, get to the paint and finish, or just knock down that floater or that stop and pop jumper. So, Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner are essential pieces to this team, and they both have long-term contracts alongside Victor Oladipo and Sabonis. But the thing about the Pacers, like I said in the title, are they legitimate contenders? Because this is a team that's going to basically be stuck with Sabonis, Turner, and Victor, and it really do depend on how well Malcolm Brogdon and Victor Oladipo mesh together, because they such an essential and big part of the success of this team. And it does ride on the fact that Oladipo was an All NBA player slash All Star, and that's what they needed him to be the last 2 years for them to be able to make it to the playoffs. But they also showed that if they stay together and they focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved, they can be a dangerous team. When Oladipo went down, but now it's been a lot easier with Brogdon, a guy that can really do a lot of things on and off the ball. It really helps his team defensively and offensively. He was a great and smart pickup, but now we just got to see if Oladipo can get back to the Indiana Oladipo after missing over a year almost with his injury. He is a very, very important part of this team, and he can raise the ceiling of this team, because right now this team look like a first round exit. But if they can get Oladipo back and he can play at least 75% of what he used to be, I can see him. I can see this Pacer team being a team that can get to the second round. If Oladipo can get back to the old Oladipo, I can definitely see this team going to the Eastern Conference Finals in the future, depending on how Brogdon adjusts and how he adapts with playing with a guy like Oladipo. And if Oladipo still got that mentality that he can score and do whatever that he wants to any defender on the court, they have those two guys that can defend and switch multiple positions, that can play on and off the ball, knock down threes, but also create for other teammates and still be able to get theirs. And that's very smart and strategic when you look at it. And that's how this team should be built. But other than that, they still got guys like Sabonis that can give them the ability to post up guys that switch, because he can basically post up and score at will. And he gives them another go-to guy from the paint area that can make the extra pass, whether it's dumping it off or lobbing it to Miles Turner, or it's kicking it out to Brogdon or Oladipo for threes, or the ability to pump fake and put it on the ground and make a play that can really make this team difficult to guard. But I like the fact that Nate McMillan, no matter what lineup he throws out there, no matter who gets injured, he still finds ways to compete, and he still finds ways to get the best out of his players, and he still finds ways to win. And that's what it's all about when it comes to being coaches. You're going to have injuries, you're going to have trades, but you still have to figure out how to get the best out of the current team that you have for that game. And he has been able to do that the last 2 years without Oladipo. This team was able to stay very, poised throughout the season last year, and was able to be a top 5 team in the East without Oladipo. And so far, they're able to do that this year against the competition being 6-4. And I like the fact that they're beating up on the weak teams. If you want to be a playoff contender, you have to be able to beat the teams that you should beat. And so far, they have been able to do that. And that's going to be important for them to stay afloat if they want to be able to make a run and, be a dangerous team and a dark horse contender in the East when Oladipo comes back. And they've been able to do that so far. So it's just about continuing to do it and being able to do it consistently, and things should work out and things should be good for the Pacers. But I just wonder, can they be a legitimate championship team with this current roster and with these current players? Or is it another trade for them to make, for them to take their team to another level? Because they are really dependent on how good Oladipo is going to be, like I said before. But they also look like on paper they don't really have a legitimate enough to beat teams like Milwaukee and to beat teams like Philly in a 7-game series that's currently constructed. Or it could be the fact that TJ Warren could be a big X factor, his ability to knock down mid-range and create his own shot, but also shoot threes is going to be a interesting pairing with Oladipo and Brogdon. And he can be a big X factor. He can be a big difference maker, especially in the fourth quarter when they shots not falling. He's another guy you can give the ball to, and he can get you a bucket. So I definitely want to see how this team performs. I definitely want to see this team healthy, so we can get a good gauge on how good they can be in the NBA, but also how good they can be in the Eastern Conference, or will they just be a team that's mediocre at best, competing for a top 5 seed and waiting to get put out in the second round, or will they literally be serious contenders in the future and try to be able to be better than Philly and Milwaukee next year once Oladipo get a whole off season to work on his game and rehab, but also add to his game and get acclimation with his teammates, which could be a very, very, very good situation for him. And I also want to see if they're going to keep Sabonis. He is a quality guy. He is a good player for them, and he has been able to get better as he has become Indiana, just like Oladipo. But I do want to see if they decide to keep him or do they decide to move him. And I think that's going to be something that's going to continue to be interesting this season and the off season and next year, if they really going to try to find a way to move and become a better contender and have a better roster to compete against the top teams in the Eastern Conference. Let me know what you guys think about the Indiana Pacers. Are they dark horse contenders? Can they literally be one of the top 3 teams in the East? Or is it just too dependent on how great Oladipo is when he comes back? Or do you think that they can get Oladipo back and just make another move to really become a team that's just as good as the Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers? Whatever you think about the Pacers, let me see in the comment section below. I read every comment, and thanks for watching. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.